So basically, I got out of high school at the age of 18, went right into the Air Force, weighed 128 pounds, didn't have no muscle, didn't have a lot of strength. So I started to look at the guys that I was serving with and see the things that they were doing, how much more energy they had, how much more strength they had. And so I felt like I needed to do something. So I started to exercise more. I started to learn more about exercise, started to figure out what it means to me, how it applies to me personally. And then as I started to get a little bit older, started to learn a lot more different things and thought that maybe I would like to teach others how to do this. So I became a personal trainer. Started working with people one-on-one, and that really helped me to basically understand what their needs were, because it's different than mine. You know, my needs are different. My fitness level was different. My energy level was different, and so it helped me to be able to focus on somebody besides myself, and help me to understand physiology of exercise and how it works and why it's so important to not only exercise but to eat right, and how to have just a personal desire to be healthy, because it's not just lifting weights, it's not just what you put in your mouth, it's mental, it's emotional. There's so much involved with this that you have to take in every single aspect of it in order to help somebody. I can't just say, okay, Joe, just go do 40 push-ups and 100 sit-ups and you'll be good. I mean, it's just not that easy. You have to take a look at the person. You have to understand who that person is and understand the lifestyle that they live. Some people just don't have a whole lot of time, or they don't have a whole lot of opportunity to do the things they need to do. They've never learned. It's never been taught to them. And so what I really wanted to do and wanted to be a part of is teaching. How do I teach somebody to have a healthier lifestyle, to live the life that will help them be the best that they can be? That's what I really wanted to do, and that's what I really enjoy doing. There was a time when I wasn't healthy. I had to have knee surgery back in January of 2012. I had to have a total knee replacement. And so that whole year was one of my probably worst year I've ever had, because I got so depressed. I couldn't exercise. I couldn't play any sports. Even the 2 or 3 years prior to actually having the knee replacement, I couldn't do the things that I used to be able to do. And it was frustrating, and I got depressed. And that year after my surgery, I had the surgery in January of 2012, and that year I was so depressed. I ate. I ate because I needed some kind of comfort. I needed to feel better, but food just doesn't do it. You know, emotionally, for the next 5 minutes or hour, I felt better. But then the next day would come around, I wouldn't be able to move, I'd be in pain, I wouldn't be able to do the things I wanted to do, and I'd just get depressed again. And it's a vicious cycle. When you're not feeling good, it's just a vicious cycle. It just continually perpetuates itself until you just either break down or just give up or whatever. But I knew that I needed to do something. I knew that I could get back to where I was before, and even better than I was before. And so that whole year, I just basically fell into a little pity party for myself. Like, I just can't do anything. You know, so then towards the end of the year, like around November, December, I started to feel better. My knee was getting stronger. It was getting more limber. I was able to do a few more things. And so in December of that year, I saw an infomercial on a Beachbody product that just inspired me. I was like, man, if I could just do that, I could be healthier than I ever was before. And so I got excited about it again. I started to change my eating habits at that time, because I knew that if I got the okay from the doctor, then I was going to go for it. So I knew that I needed to start doing something. And so when I took the dogs out for a walk, I'd try to do a few extra stretches, or I would try to bend it a little bit further than I'd ever been able to bend it before. Just try to loosen it up a little bit, because I wanted to prepare myself for that program, because I knew that I could do it. I knew that if I could just start it and get going, I could complete it. And so in January 2013, I got that okay from the doctor. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go for it. So I just went for it. And it was challenging at first, because that particular program was very cardiovascular, and so it had a lot of moving around. And for last year, I haven't done much moving around at all. And so it was challenging, but I knew that if I could just keep going, I would make it. And after the first week, I think I lost like 2 or 3 pounds, and I was like, oh, okay, I know the first week is usually water weight, but I can get through this. So the next week I lost a couple more pounds, and it just kept going. There's a week in there I lost 3 or 4 pounds, and so I just kept going, because I knew that if I could just keep going, if I could just make that decision, make that commitment, and stick to it, I would make the changes that I really wanted to make. And so I just kept going and kept going. And then after the first month, I think I lost like 8 or 9 pounds after the first month. And I was like, this is awesome. And then in that whole process, I was learning how to eat better as well. Because when I was working out before, I would not really pay that much attention to what I was eating. I was still eating the cheeseburgers and the fries and the chocolate shakes, and I wasn't really understanding how the nutrition part of it worked into the fitness part of it. I was feeling better, I was exercising, I was getting stronger, but I wasn't losing the body fat that I really thought that I would be losing. And so once I understood how the nutrition part of it and the exercise part of it and even the emotional part of it, how the emotional part of it fit in with it, then I was able to just start making more and more changes. More and more weight was coming off. I was feeling stronger. I was feeling more energetic. It's a progress. And I think that's one thing that people need to understand, is it's a progress. I didn't gain that weight overnight. I didn't get unhealthy overnight. It happened gradually, and it was a progress in that way as well. So I knew just from my personal training days that it's not a magic pill. It's not something you can just change overnight. Your fitness goals are yours. I'm just here to help keep you on track. So what's the smallest step you can take today to meet your goals? If you want help to stay on track, please subscribe to this channel. If you know someone who is having a hard time staying on track, please forward this video to them or contact me at donpetersonfitness@gmail.com.